Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies knows Southern Illinois. Located in West Frankfort, they're your Milwaukee superstore with over 8,000 square feet. Wallace Tools has the largest selection of Milwaukee within a 2-hour radius. Find power tools such as drills, saws, lights, shop vacs, and more with pricing lower than you'll find anywhere else. Wallace Industrial in West Frankfort.
IBI Management manages over 2.5 million square feet of industrial storage, warehousing, and office space in Tennessee, Indianapolis, Ohio, Illinois, and South Carolina with 64 tenants. Please feel free to contact us for any management needed for your property. Feel free to reach out with any questions to Bobby and Iris Kazadi.
With an award-winning body shop right here in West Frankfort, Illinois, Weeks is your hometown Chevrolet, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram dealer. Come out and visit us in person or online at gregweeks.com. Your hometown dealership right on the price, right off I-57.
Kids Corral Incorporated, celebrating 25 years serving the children and families of Southern Illinois. Owned and operated by Gina King and Kristen Cass. Kids Corral in West Frankfort.
Redbirds Live, brought to you by the partners of Sam C. Mitchell and Associates, including former West Frankfort High School dual sport standout Lance Brown and fellow West Frankfort alumni and veteran Matthew Caraway. The law firm of Sam C. Mitchell and Associates are proud members of the West Frankfort community and proud servants of all of Southern Illinois.
Ask Melissa Walden about Shelter's Auto, Home, and Life options. Call or text at 618-937-2092. Melissa Walden, Shelter Insurance in West Frankfort.
Contact Power Wash Plus for a free quote on all your residential or commercial pressure washing needs. Professionally operated and fully insured. Call Power Wash Plus at 618-663-2505 for more information. That's Power Wash Plus at 618-663-2505.
Howell Insurance is a proud sponsor of Redbird Athletics. Serving West Frankfort since 1925, we provide auto, home, business, life, and health insurance. Howell Insurance partners with Auto Owners Insurance Company to handle insurance the right way, the human way. Call Ryan, Jessica, or Susan Patton at 937-4000. Experience a taste of Mexico at La Fiesta Mexican Restaurant. We have the best food and drinks for the whole family to enjoy. See you tomorrow, amigos.
The city of West Frankfort is proud to support the students of Frankfort Community High School. The future is in the youth of our community. Go Redbirds. McDonald's, family owned and operated. Moreland McDonald's has 21 locations to serve you.
People's National Bank has been serving the communities of Southern Illinois since 1909. We believe that great customer service along with a wide variety of products will meet all of your banking needs. Come in and check us out today. People's National Bank, member FDIC. The West Frankfort Aquatic and Activity Center are proud partners of Redbirds Live. Come check out our heated indoor swimming pool, fitness center, and basketball gym. Stop by for a visit, or you can contact us at 618-937-1665.
We welcome you in to Redbirds Live, live from Bill McKee Field for today's contest between the West Frankfort Redbirds and the Quoin Indians. We'll let the national anthem wrap up. We'll get you your pregame show and starting lineups and keys to the game after the anthem. righty. We thank you guys for tuning in here in our pregame coverage. I joined by my buddy Paxton here to
Yes,
help me
sir.
on
Yes, sir.
today's call between Quoin and West Frankfort. We thank you for tuning in here in our pregame, brought to you by Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies in West Frankfort. And today, Paxton, Frankfort's got another tough foe and another Mississippi division opponent. That's an in-conference game now, and you get DuQuoin, always a good baseball powerhouse, especially down here in Southern Illinois.
Yeah, DuQuoin's always a good team. You can always expect them to be a solid all-around baseball team. So you just got to make sure you come out here. And Frankfurt struggled to play clean baseball this season, so it's something you're gonna have to make sure you do. You can't give a team like this more than 3 outs an inning. If you do, then it'll be a short game. So it's a cold day today. The ball probably won't be flying. So just pitch to contact, and hopefully your defense behind you makes the plays.
Get to our quick keys to the game. Kind of touched on them, but this one's brought to you by Weeks in West Frankfort. Anything Frankfort has to do to have a shot. I mean, this is a really good team. You just played a really good team this week. It's a tough week with Tuesday against Nashville, and then you get DuQuoin on Friday. How do you cap this week off with something good? It's your keys to the game, brought to you by Weeks, right on the price, right off I-57 in West Frankfort.
I think a key today is just keep it clean. Play clean baseball around. No one, if there's papers still written today, no one in the papers would have Frankfurt winning or anything like that. So I think it's important for a game like this, cold day, play good baseball, play clean baseball. You haven't seen that much this year, so as a team, if you can play that type of baseball, then I don't think you'll have too much to complain about today, facing a good DuQuoin team.
Let's get you the starting lineups. We'll start with DuQuoin, as they are set to bat here in the top of the first. It will be 1 through 9. Winters leading off at short, then DeMarie in center, followed by Waller, who's going to be on the mound. Then Anders behind the plate in the 4 spot. And in the middle of the lineup, Maynor at third. Batting 6th and right, it's Rice. Batting 7th and left, it's Melvin. First baseman in the 8 spot is Vaughn. And batting 9th, second baseman Kraft. For Frankfurt, battery today behind the plate will be Will Scales. And on the mound, familiar face, Frankfurt's big game pitcher. It's a guy they're going to have to go to when they want to win against a good opponent. It's Chase Patterson. Patterson got opening day against. He's going to get the tough matchups. It's been proven at this point that he will get the tougher assignments, and to this point, he's looked pretty good. He's had a couple of moments that's gotten away from him, but for the most part, as a sophomore, getting the ball on opening day and beyond, he's looked pretty under control.
Yeah, this is, like you said, sophomore, so these are key games to have for a young player. So any type of game like this, for being just a sophomore, it's always good to build a program, and he's a big game time pitcher, like you said, so it's only going to build to the resume.
That starting lineup brought to you by Sam C. Mitchell and Associates. Quickly a 1-0 count. And this one slapped third base line foul, 1-1. On DuQuoin's leadoff hitter, the shortstop, P.J. Winters. That from the right side wearing jersey number 2. In the all-gray uniform for DuQuoin. You like the vest look?
I do go back to the Arizona Diamondback days.
Even,
like that.
Colorado, I saw they are getting rid of them.
Really?
I think they were the last team to have one as a permanent uniform. But it's a good look.
Things always come back 20 years later. It'll be back. Just like balls. You heard it here first.
You think so?
I know so.
All right. Paxton got an inside scoop. He's our reporter from the future down the road. This one slapped foul, same way, over down third base line. Count now 2-2 on Winters. Redbird softball in action as well down the road, also playing DuQuoin. And late JV game was added yesterday. Frankfurt goes to Harrisburg and knocks off Harrisburg 5-3. They knock off the junior varsity. So coming in, even though it wasn't a varsity game, a lot of them guys play varsity that play JV. So coming in with some good vibes off a win against another good program in Harrisburg.
Yeah, anytime you can go to Harrisburg and beat them on their field, you always feel good about yourself.
Count runs full. We've said that a lot this year. and it seems to happen very early in the game. So a big pitch here, swung on and just checked back to the mound in Patterson, and he flips it over to Odom. A 1-3 putout on a full count. A lot of times those 3-2 pitches haven't gone Frankfurt's way, but a good start here today.
Yeah, good start for both sides, really. That's what you want if you're West Frankfurt, and if you're Quoin, your leadoff hitter saw a lot of pitches there, and I'm sure he didn't get what he wanted out of that at bat. But for a coach and for a team, anytime you can see more than 6 or 7 pitches the first at bat, that's a good thing to do.
That's still an at bat when he trots back and he's getting high fives in the dugout.
Absolutely.
Here's Jaden DeMarie, and first pitch he smacks one out towards the gap. It's going to split Joyner and Webster, and it's going to be a first pitch double out to right center for the center fielder of DuQuoin, Jaden DeMarie. Jumped on that pitch, and again, that's credit to Winters with a good at bat. Patterson's trying to get a quick one here. Tried serving him something up quick to get ahead in the count, and DeMarie just turned it right around.
Yeah, it looked like a give me over change up there. Try to catch him off guard, and he was all over it and was able to hit it into the gap there for 2.
Here's Camden Waller. He will be on the mound in the bottom half to start this game for DuQuoin. His pitch misses above the zone for ball 1. It broke a little too late. Looked good where it was caught, but it's where it crosses the plate. 1-0 the count. Patterson checks, now comes home, up and in. This one missed as well, 2-0. I will say that first one, you left it up, but bang, bang, some umps are going to call it, and that's another good spot to miss there in on the hands of the hitter. If he swings after that, there's nothing he can do with it.
Especially like a cold day today, that's a good spot to miss.
And this one misses below the zone, ball 3.
A walk here wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Sets up a double play, but obviously double plays aren't as easy as you see on TV.
And these misses aren't like your typical when the guy's just falling all over the place. These have been pretty close to the zone, all 3 of those pitches. This one in there for a strike.
Yep, and
Waller was ready to go down to first.
Yeah, let's say he threw his bat there. Doesn't look good on him. But no, what I was about to say before he got the call strike there is if you can miss close to the zone like that, you're going to get close calls like this. The more you can keep yourself around the strike zone, the more chances you will to get strikes as the game goes along.
Patterson resets back, trying to work back into the count. Ball behind 3-1. Got a ground out. And there's strike 2 called outside on Waller.
Not helping his cause here. I think anything close. Well, we'll just have to see what happens, I guess.
Yeah, and plate umpire he works into that called strike late.
Yep.
So they're acting like it's an egregious call, but he's just late getting to it.
Yep.
Pretty aggressive throwing the bat. Out threw it into the dugout there on ball 4.
Yeah.
And I definitely think those pitches were right there in the zone.
They're nothing to be complaining about.
Especially in the first inning.
Yeah. Clearly he didn't want to swing the bat. He was wanting to get walked.
You mentioned softball's in action as well. Will be Jaden Anders. Fresh count, a couple on base. But yeah, as you mentioned, had first base open. You just can't let something big happen now. Popped up. First pitch. Patterson looking. Goes into foul ground. And it drops foul. And that's happened a handful of times already. And that is a ball that needs to be called by someone other than the pitcher. The pitcher can't be trying to go make a play in foul territory.
Those are outs that have to be made, have to be caught. All of a sudden, you have 2 outs with 2 men on. You feel good about yourself, and now you feel like you're in a worse place than you just were.
Count is 0-1 on Anders. Going to check the runner at second. DeMarie is back in safely. Patterson. And the pitch slapped out to right. Webster on the run. He drops it right through the glove. One run coming home. It's going to be second and third on the E9. And Patterson got Anders out twice.
Yeah,
and
he
he still ends up at second base.
I think that's been the story of his season so far. 2 plays that should have been routine. You got to make those plays at this level. This isn't even at junior high level, those are expected to be made. So
Yeah, and the thing is, if you don't, you're going to get beat, especially against a really good team in DuQuoin.
And
Called strike here, 0-1.
It's pretty demoralizing too for defense and for any team for that matter when it feels like every play is leading to an error.
Like DuQuoin's coming in pretty hot. Already winning earlier in the week on Monday and Tuesday against Benton and Pinckneyville. Had to beat Pinckneyville 11-10 in 8 innings. Frankfort came pretty close to beating Pinckneyville. Count goes 1-1 as Patterson misses with the breaking ball. Frankfort was walked off at Pinckneyville on a wild pitch.
That's tough.
DuQuoin comes in at 16-1. They've already played 17 ball games.
Helps with the turf field, am I correct? Don't they have a turf field there?
They do. That nice facility. They host a lot of postseason events, knowing that you're going to get your games in, as long as it's not storming at the moment.
Any rain out, you can just switch it over, come to their place for the day.
Yeah, 16-1. Their lone loss versus Marion.
Marion's always got a good program.
9-5. And we said it was a tough week. Team Frankfort played Tuesday. Nashville has yet to lose. They came in undefeated as well. So I think you can bear Frankfort's opponents combined coming in this week was 29-1.
It's a tough week.
That's not fun. This pitch, too high, ball 4. Bases are loaded, just one down as Maynor draws the walk. And already a tough spot for Patterson, and it's an unfortunate one, as it seems like it definitely could have been avoided. Instead, you still got everyone out there, just one retired, and it'll be Cooper Rice who comes into bat. He's out in right field for DuQuoin. How about this score? Frankfort beat Goreville earlier in the year 20, or DuQuoin beat Goreville earlier in the year 24-12.
It's a football score.
Yeah. Quickly 1-0.
A long game as well.
Yeah, I can't imagine. Frankfort and Chester played a 7-6 game. As this one's ripped out to left, it gets over the glove of Duncan at third. It's going to be 2-0. We'll wait for the official scoring. That's a play Eric Duncan thinks he needs to make as well. I mean, a tough hop, but still
hot corner for a reason.
An infielder is going to tell himself that, hey, let's play. I need to, at a minimum, knock it down, and keep it on the infield, because in a spot there, with where it was hit, he can step a few feet to the right even and get an out, even if the run comes home. But instead, you still got just one retired, and it's already 2-0 DuQuoin, and the count 1-0 on Diedrich Melvin, the left fielder. Next pitch, back up the middle. Mitten comes over. He flips to second, and it's dropped, and 2 runs are going to score. My goodness. Not a good look there. 4-0 DuQuoin, and another error. Man,
Patterson could be out of this inning with no run scoring right now. Should be out of this inning. That was a simple.
He's gotten enough for 2 innings.
Yeah. That was a simple take it to the base yourself there by the shortstop, but I don't know what happened.
Slap towards left. It is going to be knocked down by Mitten, but they can't make a play anywhere. Everyone's safe. Infield single that time. Just put it in the right spot. Did Gage Vaughn, and DuQuoin's going to get all the way to their 9-hitter in Cy Kraft. So now, even when you knock it down, you got a guy putting it just where you can't even make a play even when you get to it.
When it rains, it pours.
Kraft, strike one call.
But Patterson's done a good job here. He's not giving up too much hard contact. The hardest hit ball still should have been caught for an out. So, other than that, it's just been a lot of weak contacts and nothing out of the infield.
What sort of frustration do you get as a pitcher when you feel like, at least here in this top half, that your defense has let you down, and you felt that you went out there against a good team and thought you should have put up a zero? He's got to have some sort of frustration, right?
It's demoralizing because you just feel like you can't do anything right. You almost feel like you have to strike him out to get out of the inning. And as a pitcher, that's the last thing you want to be thinking about.
This one misses off and maybe low, 2-1. The count to Cy Kraft. This one's popped up near Frankfurt's dugout, into Frankfurt's dugout, strike two. You're giving the error on the flip there at second to shortstop or the second baseman?
I'm giving that to the shortstop.
On the toss.
Shortstop's supposed to be in charge of the infield. Should have known that there was a force out there and could have tagged it easily. Elementary.
Next pitch, that misses, and it runs full. Patterson's really having to grind, and he's made some good pitches here. Full count, just one down. 4-0 Quoin. Next one, ball four. It's 5-0. This mound visit brought to you by Power Wash Plus in West Frankfort.
Mound visit right before the top of the order. Set up to hit again here. Quoin with one out.
Yeah, we get to the top, and as a pitcher, you're not going to do the right thing every time in terms of making the exact right spot and hitting the spot and making the right pitch. But he did it, the majority of that inning. So the one time that he doesn't, well, he's already got 3 runners on, and it cost him a run by walking a guy in.
Yeah, Patterson for the most part has done everything he can, and we talked about it before they scored runs here. Even when he's missing, he's not missing by much, which is good for a pitcher. You want a pitcher to stay close to the zone to make pitchers, or make hitters go for pitches out of the zone. But at this point, Patterson's probably thinking the only way I'm going to get out of this is by striking them out.
This one bounces in and shifting to his right,
which then leads
to block it is Scales,
which then leads to pitches like that.
Overthrowing, trying to get way more velocity behind it.
And as a catcher, you can't really tell him, hey, let your defense work for you, because it hasn't been working. So it's something that you really can't. Got to bite your tongue as a catcher.
Next one, that should be strike one called, and it is. 1-1. Bases loaded for Winters. I bet he didn't expect to come up the second time. He made the lone out. The first batter was retired, and the next 8 have reached, and 3 of them are still out there. Swung on and fouled into the glove for strike 2.
He's in jeopardy of being the first and second out here for Quoin. That was the pretty good Uncle Charlie we saw there.
Well,
Patterson.
I hope he makes the first and second. I hope he doesn't make the third, because that would mean they will bat all the way around again.
Unless he gets a double play here, then you could technically give him all 3.
That's right. This one is up.
Broke a little late.
2-2. The count from Patterson to Winters, who hit that slow chopper back to Patterson, who flipped to Odom for the Frankfurt's only out recorded to this point. Next pitch. In there, called strike 3. As Winters just tied up on it. Got fooled, and by the time he knew it was a strike, it was too late.
Yeah, unfortunately for Winters, he saw Patterson's best 2 curveballs there in the same at-bat. So, that'll happen. You obviously don't want to go down looking on a pitch that you probably had time to at least foul it off. It was up there for quite some time, felt like.
Here's DeMarie. He doubled out to right center. He takes the ball low.
He should have been the only real hit so far for Quoin.
Yeah, that was a good hit ball.
No plays could have been made on that one.
That one in the infield hit. That's all Quoin has mustered up. This one hit over behind second base bag area, and Samples is out to make the play. Pop out to Samples, the second baseman. We're going to the bottom of the first. Quoin. A lot of damage done there in the top half.
Ask Melissa Walden about Shelter's auto, home, and life options. Call or text at 618-937-2092. Melissa Walden, Shelter Insurance in West Frankfort.
Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies knows Southern Illinois. Located in West Frankfort, they're your Milwaukee superstore with over 8,000 square feet. Wallace Tools has the largest selection of Milwaukee within a 2-hour radius. Find power tools such as drills, saws, lights, shop vacs, and more with pricing lower than you'll find anywhere else. Wallace Industrial in West Frankfort.
Work to be done for Frankfort. Here's their lineup. Leading off in center, it's Joyner, followed by Mitten over at short. Patterson on the mound in the 3 spot. And the catcher in the cleanup spot, Will Scales. Batting 5th. At 3rd, it's Duncan. In the 6th spot, Samples over at 2nd. Batting 7th and right, it's Webster. Batting 8th, the designated hitter, Sneathen, and he's hitting for the first baseman Odom. And batting 9th, the left fielder Bennett. And on the mound for Quoin, it's Camden Waller. So both 3 hitters on the mound today. And
Camden was the one who
was frustrated with the zone, so I don't know if that was a great strategy, but
we'll see.
He is spotted a 5-run lead before he takes the mound. And those starting lineups brought to you by Sam C. Mitchell and Associates. A lot of work to be done here. We'll see if Cam Joyner can get it going.
And knowing Quoin, I'm sure they have a really well-rounded team defensively as well, especially when you have to play on turf. So I'm sure he's feeling really good about himself right now. He's going to try to throw strikes, and if you're Frankfurt, you need to be aggressive. He's probably going to pump a lot of strikes, like I just mentioned. So don't let yourself fall behind early. He's going to throw strikes and try to work ahead, ambush him.
Definitely have to pitch with a lead here, and pitching with a lead means no funny business. Don't try to get cute. Go right after him, throw some strikes, and
make it quick.
Yeah, and if they start putting balls in play, that's when you kind of take it pitch by pitch. But until then, kind of go right after him. And there's a quick called strike 1 as Joyner showed bunt, pulled back. 5-0 Quoin. And after a lot of unfortunate breaks there in the top half for the Redbirds. Grounded to 3rd, Maynard. In on the grass field, fires over to first of on for out number 1. If you're going to play in, you better be able to move to your left and right. And Maynard was able to get over to that one on the high hop and making it a pretty easy play.
Let's say, yeah, if you play like one of the hot corners for Quoin, you're playing on turf, so you've got to have pretty good hands over there and be pretty quick and agile. So nothing should be out of the norm for them. Oh.
First pitch swinging, and right on cue.
Right.
Paxton's giving us some credit. This ball's booted by Winters, goes in to left. And Frankfort gave Quoin some gifts in the first, so Frankfort's going to get one back. Mitten's on the first pitch he sees on the E6.
He's got to do what Quoin did and take advantage of the mistake. Mute point if you don't bring him in.
Here's Chase Patterson. Frankfort's starting pitcher. This one missing low and outside in the dirt. There's some frustration from Waller between the pitch sequence that he saw at the plate and the ball booted. So it's important for him on Quoin's side to, not worry about it. It's in the past. That guy's on base. We'll get this guy at the plate.
Absolutely.
Mitten, not a very big lead at first. Not normally a threat to run. Patterson flies it out towards the gap, and DeMarie took an odd route to it and ended up having to turn straight backwards, and it's down for a base hit and just a single for Patterson that gets all the way near the wall.
Yeah, interesting. If You should at least be first and third here. With where that ball was hit, Minton should have been able to go to second base and have plenty of time to go back had it been caught. So that's just a lack of knowing the situation there yet again.
Yeah, and I think you're definitely having second and third.
Yeah, because if he's at second, he'd have been able to go to third, which would have allowed
Patterson to easily take another error, this time on the base pass for Frankfurt. Scales shows bunt, and he fouls it off. Will Scales, Frankfurt's starting catcher. Played a little bit of first, a little bit behind the plate. You like to see that. You like to see a guy that can get out from just behind the plate, and it's good with Frankfurt having options. If you have options, you don't need the same guy catching every day because you know the wear and tear that can happen back there.
Don't even get me started.
Called strike two. And it's got to be a relief for a guy like Scales or a guy like Odom, knowing that, hey, I'm going to give it all I got today because I know maybe tomorrow I'm being hit or I'll be DHing or something like that. And, you can give a little more here, knowing that tomorrow's your off day. Pitch on the way. Did he commit to it? They're going to say ball.
Where's Waldo, man? What's going on?
I'm waiting for something.
What
I guess it's going to be
I feel like I've
a ball.
I'll never recover from what I just witnessed. Okay, well we're gonna move on from that. I don't think I've seen that before.
Next pitch swung on and missed for strike three. Well, it worked out for Quoin either way. Even though they weren't granted an appeal there. In an odd way.
I think the field umpire was hoping shortstop had the call.
What do you think? Turn it around. What you got?
What you got, shortstop?
Well, we know what he would have said. Oh, he went. He swung all the way around.
Absolutely, he did.
Count for a couple strikes. Here's Eric Duncan, Frankfurt's third baseman. Nice breaking ball in for strike one.
Beautiful.
That's tough. A couple guys on base, you think probably a fastball count, and Duncan smartly didn't try to go after it because you're probably sitting fastball. And this one spiked down low into the dirt. They try to throw behind Patterson, who was a little far off the bag, but he gets in fairly easily. Counts 1-1.
That's a nice job there of blocking by the catcher. It's a tough pitch to block there, a fastball. 50-foot fastball in the dirt. Those are the hardest ones to stop as a catcher.
Next one, outside, ball two.
2-1, only Strikey Stone's been the off-speed pitch, so you still kind of feel like you don't know where he might go here. You don't want to think fast, yeah.
This one up in the zone, and Duncan just got a piece to foul it back out of play. 2-2.
That looked more like a changeup there, but kind of felt like that was a hanging changeup. Felt like that could have had some damage there. Saw a lot of the plate more than you'd want with a changeup.
You still have to get to a little quicker than a changeup down with it being up in the zone.
It's a good thing to tie up to somebody on a cold day like this.
Next one, down below the zone. Nice job by Duncan to lay off. Count runs full, and he gets his runners a head start down on the bases.
Good job of spinning on that pitch there. Watched all the way in.
Big pitch here. Frankfurt can get at least a chunk of it back or something.
Chunk, yes.
It'd be big. Trailing by 5. Popped up, back behind short. Winters going out. Left fielder's coming in. And the play is going to be made with the glove out to the left by Melville. Frankfurt gets 2 on, but can't get any in. We're going to the second. 5-0, Quoin.
Redbirds Live, brought to you by the partners of Sam C. Mitchell and Associates, including former West Frankfurt High School dual sport standout Lance Brown and fellow West Frankfurt alumni and veteran Matthew Caraway. The law firm of Sam C. Mitchell and Associates are proud members of the West Frankfurt community and proud servants of all of Southern Illinois.
IBI Management manages over 2.5 million square feet of industrial storage, warehousing, and office space in Tennessee, Indianapolis, Ohio, Illinois, and South Carolina, with 64 tenants. Please feel free to contact us for any management needed for your property. Feel free to reach out with any questions to Bobby and Iris Kazadi.
All right, Paxton, we head to the second, and it's 5-0 Quoin. One team able to work around some issues, and one team really falling apart there, at least in the first half. Very important inning here for the Redbirds to get something going in terms of this side of the baseball. You don't normally say that, but they got to get some momentum in the field and on the mound.
Yeah, absolutely. It's imperative here that you get a quick inning. DuQuoin's got the heart of the order coming back up here, so you have to do everything you can to keep it 5 runs here, no more, no less. Then hopefully you can chip away. But like you said, DuQuoin was able to take advantage. If you're Patterson, you kind of feel like you're on an island here. You've done everything you can as a pitcher to put your team in situations to be successful. He just hasn't had much luck behind him. So if you're Patterson, just keep doing what you've been doing, and hopefully the rest of the team finds their stride.
Yeah, as you mentioned, it'll be the 3, 4, 5 guys due up, and Waller, Anders, and Maynard. Yeah, meat of the order coming up. Very important because it really relies on what you guys do behind you, because it didn't seem like Patterson was phased at any point 1 through 9.
No, he wasn't. And he did a really good job of pumping the zone, and he was all around the zone. His misses weren't, terrible misses. So he produced a lot of weak contact. He made a lot of good pitches, and just didn't have the help he needed behind him in that first inning. So hopefully you can forget about that first inning and restart here.
He'll get his counterpart to begin things here in the top of inning number 2.
Who, if you ask him, his first at bat, he saw 8 balls.
You're right. He wanted every call. He still ended up managing to walk.
Which makes the on-base percentage go up then. I'm a big on-base percentage guy, as we
Talking about a little bit in the pregame. Hey, don't get me wrong, I am too, but yeah.
But let's not talk about WAR.
Yeah. Oh,
with
yeah.
the replacements.
I'm fine if you want to use it to measure guys, but I don't think it's the
End all
just
be all.
yeah, absolutely. First pitch misses, ball 1 from Patterson to Waller. Next one on the way, swing and a miss. Nice pitch. Patterson blew that one by him.
Good spot. Outside edge. If you live there, they're not going to do much damage on a cold day like today. Like they didn't do much damage in that first inning though either, really.
Patterson's next. Slapped out to right. That is Shoop. In right. In for Duncan, or in for Webster. And he makes the play for out number 1.
He makes that look like a can of corn out there. So he didn't even move. Didn't even move after he threw the ball. He's still standing in the same exact spot where he caught it.
Here's Jaden Anders. Shoop is trying to work back from an injury earlier in the year. And we got some reps the junior varsity games we've had. Could be a nice piece for Frankfort if he can get him going and get him healthy. This was fouled back to the screen, strike 1. Anders reached on an air out to right. Back in that long top half of the first. Next one. Below the zone and out, maybe a tad for ball 1 to make it 1-1. Next one's popped up.
Anything but routine.
Joyner to his left gets underneath it with how high that was popped up. Even with a long run, makes the play. 2 quick outs and much needed for Patterson and company for Frankfort.
Absolutely. It's be a huge morale win if you can go 1, 2, 3 here, get the bats back up.
Eli Maynard, he walked in the first. He takes first pitch, strike 1 call.
Good pitch there.
Thing just floats into the zone, and
Gave up on it too early. You can tell.
a couple of the Indians have done that early on. Saw it with Winters a couple times. There's strike two.
Patterson's done a good job here of taking control of this at bat. You've seen a curveball and a fastball. He's got him in the rocking chair, really going any direction here with this pitch.
0-2 on the way. There's strike three. Manners saw three pitches. He watched all three, and they were all strikes. We're going to the bottom of the second. A scoreless frame for Chase Patterson. Now they got to get the bats going. The Redbirds trailing 5-0 against Quoin.
Kids Corral Incorporated, celebrating 25 years serving the children and families of Southern Illinois. Owned and operated by Gina King and Kristen Cass. Kids Corral in West Frankfort.
With an award-winning body shop right here in West Frankfort, Illinois, Wicks is your hometown Chevrolet, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram dealer. Come out and visit us in person or online at gregweeks.com. Your hometown dealership right on the price, right off I-57.
Nice bounce back from Chase Patterson there in the top of the second, and a couple of lazy fly balls and a nice punch out of Eli Maynard. 1-2-3, and that's exactly what Frankfort needed.
Yeah, absolutely. Great 1-2-3 inning there. Patterson did a good job of finishing off the inning with a strikeout, and now hopefully you can get some hits together. And like you said last inning, hopefully they can get a chunk of those runs back and maybe make some magic happen here.
They got to get something, and
you don't have to get them all, but just a couple.
Something,
a chunk.
especially
which a chunk to me is a couple. That's
right.
What it's like
it's a portion.
It's a portion and a few together. It's a chunk.
Well, you're having fun with it.
I am. I haven't heard that word in a while. So when you said that, I was like, huh, yeah, we could use a chunk. I'm like, I know exactly what it means. It means a couple runs.
Not everything all at once.
Exactly.
What a chunk.
What a chunk.
First pitch. Below the zone, ball one. Frankfurt's due up here. Chris Samples, Deacon Webster's spot. It looks like it is Shoup now into the game. He'll be in that Webster spot who started in right. Shoup now in the 7th spot, and then it would be Sneathen. Counts 2-0. And now 2-1. Samples takes.
It's a good pitch there. Good 2-0 pitch.
Next one on the way. Slapped out towards second and right into the glove of Kraft for out number 1. Just not nearly enough behind that to cause any trouble for the second baseman. Next it'll be Cannon Shoup. So Shoup steps in the 7th slot. Began the game on the bench, came in, top half of last inning. He swings through for strike 1. And made a play out and right to record the inning's first out. You never know. If that ball gets down, it could have been another one of those snowball effects.
Absolutely.
Shoup's next one he watches. Just inside off the plate. Looked like it was below the zone. Make it 1-1. Waller was asking home plate umpire where he missed.
Not the first time he's done that today.
Grounded over to second. Staying down on it, making the play again is Kraft. Scored 4-3 on the putout for out number 2. Cannon Shoup is retired, and Kraft's made a couple of outs. One more, he can tie the all-time record for an inning.
Yeah. Record that.
Probably a mini.
Yeah.
A whole lot are tied with it.
List.
Just Caden Sneathen, Frankfurt's designated hitter. decent.
May have broke a little late, but
Saying a little up.
I thought he was definitely going to get the call after throwing a really good one the pitch prior.
Got 1-1. This one's outside. 2-1. Frankfurt's lost their first two hitters here quickly. Nathan looking for a 2-out rally. And that one misses. Good placement here. If you're going to miss, those are good spots to miss. A lot of times hitters will still go after that and not be able to do a whole lot with it being a touch off the plate. Next pitch. Swung on right back to the mound to Waller. He runs and flips the ball over to first baseman Vaughn. For out number 3, we're going to the third. Quoin continues to lead at 5-0.
The city of West Frankfort is proud to support the students of Frankfort Community High School. The future is in the youth of our community. Go Redbirds.
Let's give you our West Frankfort Redbird outlook going forward as this is going to wrap up this week of broadcast. We got a whole lot next week, actually. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday next week. So Tuesday, we'll have Redbirds baseball here, all 4 games at Bill McKee Field. Tuesday against Anna Jonesboro. Thursday against Harrisburg. Friday against Pinckneyville. All 3 of those games will be scheduled for 4:15 broadcast starts with a 4:30 first pitch. And then on that Saturday, we will have junior varsity action against Chester with a 10:45 start time with an 11 o'clock first pitch. So 4 broadcasts coming next week. And Frankfort looks back to get back on the winning ways because also on their schedule next week, they've got a Wednesday date at Benton mixed in with those broadcasts we will have. And also the junior varsity in action tomorrow at Anna Jonesboro for a doubleheader. So JV in action tomorrow, varsity picking back up next week. Softball's in action today against Quoin. And junior varsity softball will be having a Redbird JV invite tomorrow here at the Frankfort Community Park between Frankfort, Marion, Oakville, and Pinckneyville. So a 4-team little bracket round robin type thing tomorrow for junior varsity softball. That is your Redbird Outlook, brought to you by Kids Corral in West Frankfort. We will get you a couple updates on the score for the Redbird softball action. And first pitch and a quick first out as Rice pops out to the pitcher for out number 1. Didn't look pretty, but on the catch. But again, how is the pitcher not? All that time he's got to be called off. Someone's got to come in.
It's much easier play for the second baseman or shortstop for sure.
Patterson, the way things have gone, he's thinking, I'm taking this in my own hands.
Yeah.
I'm making the play.
Sure.
He got a quick out there. Now he gets Dietrich Melvin, Quoin's left fielder. And there's a strike. Make it 1-1. Missing up and in. 2-1 now the count. Still just 5-0, and all that damage was done with Frankfurt's defensive troubles. Back in the top half of the first, Patterson just spikes this one. Goes away from Scales to the backstop. 3-1 the count. Frankfurt softball in a good spot against Quoin right now, leading 7-2. Patterson gets strike two called. It runs full. They're leading 7-2 bottom four. Patterson misses up and away for ball four. So Gage Vaughn do the next one. Vaughn singled on that ground ball over between the 5-6 spot. Kind of off in no man's land. Really, no play could be made. So Vaughn back up 1-for-1. Patterson overthrows this one into the dirt for ball one. Try to pick move over to first, backhand safely is Melvin. This one's going to miss just off the plate. The left-handed box for ball two. Patterson's starting to miss a little more than he has early in the game. Still got one out, just a runner at first, so still manageable here. Just got to be able to get back and find his spots again. Patterson coming home, missing again, 3-0.
He's falling off to the right a lot here. Ever since he made that play on his little pop up there, he hasn't been able to find the strike zone.
Kraft would be next up, the 9 spot, before flipping to the top of the order. There's strike one call. Patterson checks the runner, and he had him out, and he's picked off. Had the runner leaning, and Melvin is picked off at first for out number 2. Now you got the bases clear. Count sitting still at 3, or they got it at 2-1. I think it's 3-1. It's definitely 3-1. And that's ball 4. That was definitely ball 4. Umpires have to go out and talk about it, but I had 4. Field umpire has 4.
That's what he says, but
Frankfurt's official book had 4. I had 4. I think chances are probably one person had it wrong instead
well,
of
last
3.
time I checked, it takes 4 balls to be a walk. So if we got that, then that's what happened. This umpiring crew doesn't really know what they're doing, so we saw that with the check swing.
You're a genius.
I really am. When you break it down, it's that simple.
A walk to Vaughn, and here's Kraft. Fouls one to the screen. He's already reached. He reached on a walk. His first trip to the plate. Let's let PJ Winters come up next inning. Let's not let this go any further. Winters has actually had the most trouble out of any hitter in Quoin's lineup, despite being their leadoff guy. And I hate to think that maybe they're getting, focusing more on him whenever you shouldn't overlook anyone in the lineup. But he's been able to go, Patterson, that is, right after Quoin's leadoff hitter. So gets away from Scales. And Vaughn easily takes second. 2-1 the count. Doesn't matter as long as you get this guy. Doesn't matter where he goes. He can go to third for all you guys care, as long as you keep him out of being able to score. Fielded by Duncan. Fires to first. Odom comes off the bag, but still puts the tag back on for the out. 5-3 on the ground out. We're heading bottom 3. Second consecutive scoreless inning for Chase Patterson and the Redbirds. They look cut into that 5-run deficit.
Redbirds Live, brought to you by the partners of Sam C. Mitchell and Associates, including former West Frankfort High School dual sport standout Lance Brown and fellow West Frankfort alumni and veteran Matthew Caraway. The law firm of Sam C. Mitchell and Associates are proud members of the West Frankfort community and proud servants of all of Southern Illinois.
All right, it's a good time for Frankfort to score some runs. It'll be their 9, 1, and 2 guys. Jace Bennett, Cam Joyner, and Hayden Mitten up against Camden Waller, who's back out. He's already tossed a couple of scoreless innings. And it hurts to think that Quoin's got 5 runs on just 2 hits, but that's the case. And one of those hits just an infield single.
Yeah, the hardest hit ball was the one in the gap, and really other than that, nothing has really been out of the infield, so it's definitely unfortunate that they have a 5 spot compared to your 0. So, especially if you're Patterson. Patterson's pitched pretty well here today, but nothing you can do now besides try to get some runs back for your pitcher.
Jace Bennett will be the first one set up to try to do that here, bottom 3. Bennett, first pitch he sees, low and in. Bennett's a guy that has found a way to get on base. It doesn't necessarily have to be, a hard hit ball, and you're a big on base guy.
Absolutely.
He gets kind of creative up there and almost gets under the skin of the pitcher sometimes. Bennett swings through this one for strike 1.
Doesn't matter how you do it, as long as you get on base.
You let the next guy worry about getting you over.
Yep. Or if you got some solid wheels on you, you can turn that walk into a double.
That's right. Out of play. Bennett in the hole, 1 and 2.
Best way to play small ball.
Then Joyner, then Mitten. Frankfort has changed their defensive strategy in terms of their alignment since that brutal top of the first. This one misses way out for ball 2.
Just a bit. Just missed. Lost the grip as soon as he threw that one.
Sit here, bottom 3, 2-2 count to 9-hitter Jace Bennett. Pitch on the way, popped up. They jammed him. Back behind second, center fielder coming in and making the play is DeMarie for out number 1. Back to Joyner. He grounded out to third base to lead off Frankfort's offensive outing here today. And Maynard again in on the grass, as is first baseman Vaughn. Probably not the worst strategy with Cam Joyner, who likes to roll it up the line, try to make his way down first base line, which he can get down to first base pretty quickly. You've always got to be ready for that bunt, especially from some of guys at top of the order trying to set the table. There's a strike, counting out 1 and 1. Frankfort trails at 5-0 on 5 runs back in the first, all unearned. Next pitch to Joyner. Floats in for a called strike number 2.
Well, we talked about how one of the keys to the game was keep it clean, and that's been the big reason why the score is what it is now. They didn't keep it clean, and you gave up 5 runs that are unearned, and it's tough to come back from any deficit, let alone 5.
And Joyner swings under this one, maybe fouled it into the glove. Got a piece of it, but it will be a strikeout swinging for the second out. Mitten, the next one in, who has moved from short to left field. And Bennett went from left to short, and Shoup came in for Webster out in right. This one misses. Started a little too high as it crossed the plate. Mitten gets a piece of this, fouled back, out of play, strike 1. Dust off the home plate. DuQuoin leads at 5-0, bottom three. All of that damage done in the top of the first. We keep talking about it, but we've had many of these games this year already where we're sitting here saying it could be scoreless right now.
Yeah. Yeah, there's been. I mean, it's just kind of been the same type of game all year long. That's shot there to center, but gonna be right at him in the inning.
You know, right at DeMarie. We're out number three. We're going to the fourth. 5-0. DuQuoin Indians on top of your West Frankfort Redbirds. Also, a reminder of the Episcopal Project will be hosting a concert later on this month, right here at Golden Field. The Chips concert kicks off on Friday, April 19th.
Ask Melissa Walden about Shelters Auto, home and life options. Call or text at 618-937-2092. Melissa Walden, Shelter Insurance in West Frankfort.
We head to the fourth. 5-0. DuQuoin Indians, and Chase Patterson needs to just go out there and continue to do what he's doing, and just worry about what he can do is throw strikes and produce some outs.
Yeah, he's done everything he can. Seems to kind of been the story all season long with him. Every time he starts, he does a good job. Just doesn't get the support he needs behind him. So, we've mentioned it before. The 5 unearned runs, that's the game right there. It's 5-0, and you get the top of the order here for the Indians. So it's gonna be pretty important here that you try to keep it clean and keep it at 5. We talked about how this team is 16-1 going into this. So they're obviously a good team, and their bats haven't gotten going yet. So hopefully you can maintain their bats here on this cold day. Hopefully get some runs of your own here to make it a game.
Yeah, find a way to fight back in this thing, and I know, 5 probably not fun to try to come back from, but it's a lot better than 6 or 7 or 8. So yeah, keep it at bay, and he continues to do what he's doing. You feel decent about it staying at 5, but like you said, you don't want to wake up a good offensive team, and you get them on a colder day on the road, and on a Friday. Um, a lot of kids probably don't like playing on a Friday. Sometimes they might be already focusing on, just getting out of school and stuff like that.
What
but
the weekend has in store.
right, and see if you can just use that to your advantage, being at your home facility. And
why don't you? Yeah, you can worry about all that after you pick up a win. It's the best way to go about it. Smartest way to go about it.
yeah, absolutely.
But it just starts with defense. I mean, Patterson's done a good job here today, so hopefully he keeps throwing strikes and your defense does their job.
He gets Winters, DeMarie, and Waller. 1, 2, and 3 in the DuQuoin order. Winters comes in 0 for 2. First pitch he sees, strike one call.
Struck him out with the 2 curveballs his last at bat, so it's gonna be interesting to see how he attacks him this time around.
Ground out back to Patterson, and the strikeout. Look, this one's going to be low. Scoots away from Scales. Count is now 1-1. Scales wants to get a quick message in with his pitcher, Chase Patterson. Big batter here. I feel like at this level, even more than some other levels up, college level and the professionals. But leadoff guys, if you can get them off base, not necessarily just your number one guy in the order, but leadoff innings, that goes a long way in putting a 0 up on the board, because a lot of teams, they get a guy on first, they're automatically going to try to take second on a steal. Pitch. Floats in, strike 2. That one was way up there before it came down into the zone.
That's a good old hanger.
Hey, if you're going to get
Classic 12-6.
Go with it.
Yep, absolutely. 12-6 curve there.
Next one.
Another one.
Swing and a miss. So Winters goes down. He's had to see Chase Patterson.
He's made 4
out
of
there
13 outs.
Yeah, I mean, couple of them being strikeouts, and Winters has seen Chase Patterson's Max Scherzer impersonation out
Yeah.
there with some of them sweeping across the plate. He's not had uh, easy at bats.
So yeah, his curveball from times will look more like a sweeper, and then the next at bat it'll look like a 12-6. That's kind of it's got some different spin every time he throws it, so it kind of keeps hitters off balance the whole time.
DeMarie takes this for a strike, 1-1 the count. He doubled out to right center and popped out to second base. Comes in 1 for 2. Patterson. This one's going to miss outside. And if he got that one, then
I think the Quoin fans would have been climbing over the fence. Been excited to see.
Waller next up and Anders after him if they could extend the inning. Popped up. This one way up there. It should be Samples underneath it, and he's got it for out number 2.
That was a major league pop up there.
It's another guy for Frankfurt throwing the infield that you feel pretty decent about on pop-ups. You'll be able to camp underneath it. He's gotten a couple of put-outs on DeMarie, a couple of pop-outs to Samples today. This one a little higher than the last one, but still counts the same. Here's Camden Waller. 2 outs, nobody on base. Scoots to the screen for ball 1.
Almost came to the booth in here. Almost had some action there,
We
didn't
have
we?
some access to the booth from the field
We
nowadays.
We do. We haven't had one up here yet, so
Thankfully, we
Yeah.
might be knocked off our broadcast if it happens, but we're gonna have to end up having a booth view instead.
Right.
It'd be knocking our camera out of place. Grounded to Duncan. Fields fires first. Out number 3. 1, 2, 3 again for Chase Patterson. He is keeping his team alive in this ball game, but Frankfurt has to get it going offensively. 5-0 DuQuoin for 3.5.
Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies knows Southern Illinois. Located in West Frankfort, they're your Milwaukee superstore with over 8,000 square feet. Wallace Tools has the largest selection of Milwaukee within a 2-hour radius. Find power tools such as drills, saws, lights, shop vacs, and more with pricing lower than you'll find anywhere else. Wallace Industrial in West Frankfort.
Kids Corral Incorporated, celebrating 25 years serving the children and families of Southern Illinois. Owned and operated by Jana King and Kristen Cass. Kids Corral in West Frankfort.
All right, Paxton. Still 5-0 DuQuoin. Offense for Frankfurt hasn't gotten going yet. But the bounce back for Chase Patterson. Let down defensively by his guys. Since then, they've cleaned it up, and he's stayed strong out there on the mound.
Yeah, he's doing everything he can for your team. He's keeping you in it. He did everything he can to make this a game. The 5 unearned runs, all of their runs have been unearned. So his defense has finally shown up for him, and now hopefully the bats can show some more love for him and get these runs right back.
Patterson takes this ball below the zone, ball 1 on the off speed.
You don't have to get them all back this inning. Get 2 here, get 2 another inning, and just get 1.
Quickly 2-0 to Patterson. Patterson, then Scales, then Duncan for Frankfurt. Next one. Outside, 3-0. Next one on the way. Patterson shows bunt, pulls back, strike 1. see Waller trying to get his catcher Anders to set up a little bit more over the center of the plate because he hit a spot where, he was set up, positioned with his body, but he just set up off the plate and cost his guy a strike. Next one, 3-1 on the way. Into low, ball 4. Patterson will reach. He's reached both times. He's come to the plate. A long single out to left center, and then on this base on balls.
Yep. That should have been a stand-up double.
No one's on base. It's a double, or a better read from your runner, and it's a double. Waller coming to the plate on scales. This one misses outside, ball 1. Patterson back in safely at first base on the pick attempt. Waller keeping an eye on him. He'll try again, and safe again. Frankfurt with some activity in their bullpen. This pitch down in the dirt. Nice read from Patterson, and he'll have second base. 2-0 the count to Will Scales. Had to read that one quick because Anders jumped on it pretty quick after it got away from him. Double play out of order, at least in the traditional sense. Corners in on the grass. Scales slaps it out to left, right on a line to Melvin for out number 1. That's unfortunate. It's right at him.
Yep. It's a good hit. Got a little excited. It's out in front of it just a bit.
Here's Duncan, who flew out to left. High towering fly ball for Eric. Infield still in, especially over at first, falling way in on the grass. This ball up past the head of Duncan. 1-0 the count. Next one on the way. He takes strike 1. Started to pull the trigger that time, but laid off.
Probably should have. That was a nice pitch to do some damage with there. Middle cut.
A lot of opening over on the right side as well. That would have been a nice place to slap that one with where it was placed. Strike 2 here, called.
His last 2 pitches have both been good pitches to do exactly that with.
That one could have been one, turn on.
Absolutely. Even turning on one down that third base line there, you could walk yourself to a double.
It's going to something even lower on the ground. It gets on Maynard pretty quick.
Yeah.
Next one. This one slapped down the left field line, going back, glove up and into the glove. Melvin on the run makes a nice play for out number 2.
Plays a good outfield out there. Makes every play look easy.
Duncan has flown out that way twice. Here's Chris Sample, who lined out to second. 2 outs, runner still down there at second, and Patterson. Waller checks the runner and comes home. First pitch popped up. Patterson needs to be going all the way here. And it won't matter. It's into the glove of Kraft for a pop out. We go to the 5th. Frankfurt still with a 0 in the run column. 5-0, Quoin.
With an award-winning body shop right here in West Frankfort, Illinois, Wicks is your hometown Chevrolet, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram dealer. Come out and visit us in person or online at gregweeks.com. Your hometown dealership, right on the price, right off I-57.
The city of West Frankfort is proud to support the students of Frankfort Community High School. The future is in the youth of our community. Go Redbirds.
It's been a good outing from Chase Patterson. His outing will come to an end through 4. Frankfort will go to the bullpen in this pitching change brought to you by La Fiesta Mexican Restaurant in West Frankfort. Redbirds go to Ethan Odom, who will go on the mound. And out of relief, he looks to carry over what Chase Patterson was able to do the final 3 innings. So really good showing. What'd you like from Chase here today?
I mean, Chase has done what he's done all season, at least from what I've seen from him. He's thrown a lot of strikes, and unfortunately, his defense hasn't been behind him. It's been the story of his season. Did everything he could. He's done a lot for this team on the offensive side as well. Um, so he did. I mean, and if you're Odom here, you just got to throw strikes. Hopefully your defense is behind you. Frankfurt's made some adjustments since that first inning defensively, and since then, you haven't seen really any problems. So hopefully you just throw strikes and then you get your offense to finally find something.
Patterson went 4 innings, just gave up 2 hits, 5 runs, all unearned. 3 Ks, 5 walks. 5 walks seems a little high than what I thought, but I know a couple of them came early in the first.
And then 2 in the first, and then he had 2 in that 1 inning as well that he picked somebody off in.
Right, and he had a couple late where he was able to really nicely work around it pretty easily.
Yeah. Because fortunately he was able to. The walks he did get for the most part were with 2 outs, so he wasn't giving up many walks early in the innings. So anytime, obviously, you don't want to give up walks, but best time would be it was with 2 outs.
For Quoin, they will have Anders, Maynor, and Rice. Anders reached on an air and flew out to center. First pitch he sees from Ethan Odom, up and in, ball 1. Odom is another guy for Frankfort that he's going to come out of the pen. He's going to start some games, but he's a vital piece for Frankfort's pitching. He has to be able to locate, and he gets a big strike 1 there to avoid going to a 2-0 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Patterson moves to left. Mitten moves to third. This one's fouled out of play. Duncan takes the first base, and Odom, who was at first, goes to the mound. That's your defensive changes. Count now 1 and 2. Did you get that, Paxton? You get that written down for
Absolutely. Me? Yep. It's all written down right here in front of me in my nice handbook I have.
Next pitch on the way. Fouled back to the screen.
Oh, wow. I definitely jinxed that.
Hey, we about got that one. We about got that one right back here with us.
If anybody had their 3D glasses on, I apologize. Nice jump scare.
Shook it just a little bit,
yeah.
But we're still here. 1 and 2. This one's outside. Ball 2. Two and 2 on the way. Way outside, ball 3. That's someone, a pitch there. You see it so far out. 2 strikes. You might see Paxton swing at that one and take first base.
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
It is kind of odd. It's got to take a special scenario. You have 2 strikes, but you never see that. It's a baseball instinct not to chase a pitch, but this one's popped up. Scales, turns, gives it a look, comes to the screen, and it'll drop.
Yeah.
Stay full.
Yeah, but no, desperate times. If you're down 1 maybe, and you need a runner on bad, and you feel like you have the wheels to possibly get yourself from first base to second, then absolutely do it. I remember a buddy of mine, David Beasley, did it one time, and it didn't work.
It did?
Yeah, he did it.
I thought you said it didn't.
No, it did. It did. Yeah.
I will say, if you do it,
it better work.
It better work.
Yeah, Beasley did a good job. He did it and then waited about a batter, and then decided to steal, and then eventually he scored the run, and we went into extra innings and won that game. So shout out to David Beasley.
He's always a scrappy guy, doing whatever it took.
Great teammate.
Whatever it took.
Yep, good shortstop as well.
The 3-2. Swung on, grounded, foul. Nice at bat here from Anders. First guy Odom faces. That we got a good angle on that ball back to the screen.
Oh,
We'll have to
yeah.
run that one back and check it out after the game. But we also probably
somebody's
better.
got whiplash now. We
Yeah.
are not responsible for anybody who may have whiplash now. Redbird Live takes no responsibility.
Popped up, foul ground, plenty of room. It is caught by the pitcher. Odom. For out number one. Pretty unorthodox, but nice job. Odom got him to pop up a couple of times. And fortunately, we saw it earlier in the game, a pop up drop and foul ground, and the guy still reach. Good job, Ethan Odom, able to bounce back and still get the guy to do the same thing. And this time you follow suit and you actually get the out.
Yeah, it's just the last person you want out of those three that were going for it to catch it. Gotta be. That's an easy play to be made, and for some reason, Frankfurt has struggled with that type of play.
This pitch misses outside to Maynard. One and 0 to Quoin's 5-hitter. This one misses above the zone. Maynard has walked and struck out looking.
3 pitches.
Yeah, that was when he fooled it. It seemed like on every pitch he thought was a ball, but
He saw the best 2 curveballs. He saw 2 different varieties of the curveball. He saw the sweeping curve and 12-6 to finish off his last at bat.
next pitch, foul, right side out of play.
And somebody is not gonna be happy.
It's the dangerous. I park almost a mile away down the right field line.
I parked Papa John's car way down there.
I'd take a Jared Clark foul ball to hit your car. Never
Yeah,
seen someone
would.
hit more foul ball home runs than Jared Clark.
Get
Too
trigger
bad
happy.
they don't. Too bad they don't count.
Just long strikes.
Next one from Odom. Nice pitch. It's lined back nicely up the middle, but Joyner's there to make the play. Had to throw a strike. Let your defense do their job, and Joyner did just that. Out number 2.
Nothing you can really do there as the hitter. You hit it right back to where it came from. Means you are perfect with your timing, everything. A line drive, didn't get under it, just unfortunately hit it right at somebody.
It's part of the game.
Hits that a few feet the other way or a little higher, then he might be running to third base.
You rip that one right back up the middle, and then you look at a guy like Vaughn who had that slow dribbler to short, and he gets a base hit out of it. That's baseball.
Yeah. Hey, you owe me a Coke.
Well, how about you one at the Cardinal game Monday when we're heading over there?
Yes. Go Philadelphia.
Really? Oh, maybe I won't buy you one then.
Oh, well, hey. I don't want a Coke anyways. I would get a pivback strap at Busch Stadium.
They have
they
those
have
there?
they have Busch. They do have them at Busch Stadium. Cost $12
I
though.
was gonna say, most expensive tip extra you could buy.
Well, somebody's got to pay for those 36-year-old arms. Where do you think they're getting it from?
It's you.
Yeah. You're welcome, Kyle Gibson.
Counts 1-1 on Rice, who's 0 for 2. Reached on an air and popped out to the pitcher at the time. It was Patterson. This breaking ball in for a strike. 1-2. Odom has Rice in the hole. 1-2. Next pitch on the way. Little bit outside. See Scales there trying to bring it back in though. Trying to buy his pitcher a strike there. You known for your framing back there or no?
I was known for my framing and my talking with the umpires. I became best friends with them very quickly. Get you strikes when
I
you
find
need
that
it.
hard to believe that you were back there talking.
Oh, I was. I knew pretty much every umpire by name.
Yeah, I said that with 1,000% sarcasm behind that.
Oh, I know.
Payoff pitch on the way. Swung on, slapped down the line. Nicely hit baseball that got past the diving effort of Mitten. So a base hit. for Rice. And with 2 outs, that's one that you just, hey, I'd rather him do that than give him a free pass.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Make him earn it. Make him earn it.
Here's Diedrich Melvin, reached on an air and walked.
And what makes that single okay is getting this next batter out. So they say.
Be nice. Let's not prolong this inning any longer than it needs to. Rice leads from first. Melvin into the box. Pitch on the way. First pitch, fly ball left field. Patterson working back. Glove up, into the palm of the glove, and he is able to get out number 3. So one pitch longer than that one batter. But Ethan Odom with a relief appearance in a scoreless inning, his first inning of work. Frankfurt still trailing at 5-0. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Redbirds look to get the bats going.
IBI Management manages over 2.5 million square feet of industrial storage, warehousing, and office space in Tennessee, Indianapolis, Ohio, Illinois, and South Carolina with 64 tenants. Please feel free to contact us for any management needed for your property. Feel free to reach out with any questions to Bobby and Iris Kazadi.
Five nothing as we head to the bottom of 5. Frankfurt pitching pretty good thus far. Nice relief inning there for Odom. And on the flip side, we've seen a good effort from Camden Waller. He's not dealt with a whole lot of traffic today.
Yeah, he's done a good job throwing a lot of strikes, letting his defense work for him, and it's kind of been the opposite story for him with Patterson. His defense has done a good job for the most part. We saw that error early by Winters at shortstop, and other than that, there haven't been any problems, and that's why the score says what it is. And DuQuoin's sitting over here with they just picked up their 3rd hit there in the top of that 5th inning, so um, just goes to show you that defense will win you ball games, and that's why DuQuoin has a 5-0 win here.
Kane and Shoup leading things off. He takes a ball down, and then it'll be Sneathen and Bennett. 7, 8, 9. This is a nice spot. People might think, oh, it's bottom. You get a couple of them guys on, then you can flip it to the top, just an out or so, and you could really get into business and make something happen here. 2-0. Cannon Shoup has not seen a whole lot of at-bats this season. Probably take what he can get. Swings and slaps this one up the middle. It's a base hit for Shoup.
Good piece of hitting there.
Single right up the middle on the second base side.
Second one we've seen him hit that way this tonight. Grounded out to second in his first at bat. Hit it ball hard. And this one he hit even harder and more up the middle. Nice piece of hitting there.
Now Caden Sneathen steps in. He grounded back to the pitcher, Waller. Pick move. Looking down towards where the softball will be going. It looks like that ball game is over. So we'll get you a score.
Everybody's gone. Yeah, they're quick.
And Butch Pearsall's group short game DuQuoin, 12-2.
Well, there you go. That's why they got out there quick. Start their Friday night early with a win.
12-2 softball victory over DuQuoin. Take that. Let's get another one here.
Yeah.
Called strike to Sneathen.
Little comfort behind victory against DuQuoin. There's been a few of those in recent years.
Pick move again on Frankfurt's runner, who's not 100% healthy.
Nor is it a one-run game.
And he's not got a big lead. This one misses high. They throw behind him, and it bounced into Shoup, or else it would have had a shot of maybe going down the right field line.
They must have gotten some scouting report off the black market or something, because they're thinking he's going to steal this base every time. He hasn't even. I mean, his biggest lead's been maybe 3 feet, if that.
0-1 or 1-1 now to Sneathen. Next one.
Good pitch.
That's a nice pitch for strike 2 call. 1-2 to Sneathen. Bennett on deck. Then it would flip to Joyner at the top of the Redbird lineup. Trailing at 5-0, they pick again. And he is safe again.
This is when I wish we had the major league rule, where you only have a certain amount of throwovers. It's the one new rule I like in baseball.
And then if you don't get him on the 1, it's an automatic free base down to.
Well, you get 2. You get 2 throwovers per at bat.
Right. But I'm saying if you go on the 3rd and you don't get him,
Oh, then yeah, they can go. Yeah,
they take
free base.
they get the second
As
base.
big as a lead as they want.
Back up the middle, and it's under the glove. Shue rounds and gets back in
Good
to
decision.
second. It's a base hit for Sneathen. Said it, 7 and 8 with base hits, and now you're potentially got something rolling here in the bottom of the 5th. There's Jace Bennett.
That would pinch runner here at first.
You get the re-entry, so not a big deal there. And Cade Reynolds, who seems to have been this year the first guy off that bench if you're looking for a pinch runner or a courtesy runner. So Reynolds will run for Sneathen at first. Shoot still down there at second. Bennett with infield on the grass. 2 on, nobody out. Showing bunt. Pulls back. Strike 1. Oh and 1 the count on Bennett. Frankfurt trails at 5-0 in a game where both teams have 3 hits. Waller checks, throws behind the runner, and he's back in safely.
Perfect throw, would have had him for sure, but
yeah, threw it to the wrong side of the base. With a runner going to second, you want it on in the second baseman side. Runner coming back in, you'd want it on the other side, on the shortstop side. And the pitch, down low, bounces in. Shoop's got to get back. As you can see, he's still a little hobbled.
Yeah, you could definitely tell on that round at second base he had. Which thankfully he didn't get too far off the bag and was able to get back quickly.
Once he gets going, it seems all right, but it's the slowing down and starting up.
Yeah.
Next pitch, Bennett pops up. Catcher and third base, give it a look. And it will be strike 2 on the foul ball. One and 2. To Jason Bennett. Bennett looking to stay alive and keep this thing going. There's no outs here, bottom 5. Pitch, outside, ball 2. Bennett with an even 2-2 count. Pitch on the way. Outside, ball 3. That's one of those Chris Carpenter non-competitive pitches. You could give up on that one pretty quick.
His name I haven't heard in a minute. He was a bulldog.
Yep. Very few like that anymore with that mentality.
Good ones, at least.
Got to grind it out pitch by pitch. Next one swung on and missed for out number 1. That one could have been up.
There was
potentially.
No could. Was up.
Yeah. It would have been out of the zone. Good chance it's called a strike or called a ball above the zone.
All right. If that was called a strike, then we would have had problems.
Right. I meant the other way.
I know what you meant, buddy.
Okay.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
So going down swinging, and we're back to the top at Joyner. He takes strike 1.
he struggled to find the top grip there with that curve in the first few innings here, but the last couple he's really been able to get a good grip here and seen a lot of bite there with that curve.
So still 2 on, first and second base. Shoop at second, Reynolds at first. For Joyner with 1 retired. Slow roller to third. Mainer's got it. Fires to first. Shoop is already out. And good job by Cade Reynolds to stay on the bag at second. Because if he would have started trotting back, that would have been the runner they tried, would have been able to double up. As Joyner easily got down to first, he'll reach on the fielder's choice. It was Maynard who just tagged third base. So you're still first and second for Hayden Mitten, but now there's 2 outs. First pitch, and he's starting to find that off speed. That one floats in, same spot as it has been the past couple of pitches in, and it's an 0-1 count to Mitten.
And he's throwing it like it's a jog in the park. He's very comfortable with it. Almost a strike every time right now.
This one is just too high for ball 1.
That's not a bad spot to miss though there with the way he's been breaking them off. You'd easily get a hitter to pop up under that, make it a little harmless pop up in the infield.
Next one. This one is just a little above the zone as well. That one's called. There's probably not a whole lot you could do with that.
There's nothing you can do if that was called. Besides, at least foul it off, but not in that situation of the account.
This one's fouled back, strike 2. 2-2 count to Mitten.
2-2 with 2 outs, 2 runners on.
Big spot.
Yeah.
Frankfurt had the first 2 guys on, and there's 7 and 8 guys. Then strikeout and a fielder's choice, and it's still first and second. The 2-2 on the way. Swung on, fouled back to the screen. Paxton was going to protect me, but luckily we got Vince here anyways. Stays 2-2. Quincy was up here, he'd be jumping out of the seat.
Absolutely. Absolutely. He'd already been out the door.
2-2 to Mitten. Try again. Pitch. Slap foul again out of play. Waller's up to just north of 70 pitches. So almost through 5. That's pretty efficient.
Not bad.
Not the greatest, but definitely in a good spot to keep going in this ball game. Next pitch. Inside, just off the plate for ball 3. Runners will be off.
Broke late. Doesn't help either when the catcher is set up on the outside part of the plate and then tries to frame
move that
it.
glove.
Yeah.
It definitely doesn't look like a strike
Nope.
when that happens. Even when it's right down the middle, it wouldn't look like one. Pick move. Runner is out at second base. They pick off the pinch runner Reynolds, who was leaning. And all you got to do is wait till they go home. We go to the 6th. Quoin keeps Frankfurt off the board.
Contact Power Wash Plus for a free quote on all your residential or commercial pressure washing needs. Professionally operated and fully insured. Call Power Wash Plus at 618-663-2505 for more information. That's Power Wash Plus at 618-663-2505.
We head to the 6th. Odom's back out on the bump for Frankfurt. And an unfortunate ending after a promising start to that bottom of the 5th. But Frankfurt loses a base runner with a couple on. and a chance to get something back, but instead Mitten was at the plate and having a good at bat, fouling some pitches off. We'll have to wait, and he'll lead off the bottom of the sixth after a lead runner on a full count was picked off. And it's kind of moral of the game, of the season thus far for West Frankfort. Just silly mistakes when you just can't have them.
Yeah, a lot of just mistakes that you feel like you're causing on your own. It's, mistakes that you just are tough to swallow. You can. It's okay. I mean, it's not okay to lose a game, but you can understand losing a game when a team's better than you, or when it just happens. It's baseball. But when there's when the 5 runs have been given up that are all earned runs, it's just it's been frustrating, and unfortunately that's been the season so far.
Kraft takes a pitch outside. He'll lead things off, or Vaughn, that is. And then it will be Kraft, and then the top in Winters. Vaughn is singled over to short on the infield and then reached on a walk. He's quickly ahead, 2-0. As Odom's back out for inning number 2 of work.
Sun trying to peek through a little bit. It's starting to get bright, kind of bright as it's been so far tonight.
You better hurry because it's going to set pretty soon as well. And now it's 3-0. Odom already behind in the count, 3-0. The next one, way outside again, ball 4. Quick 4-pitch walk to start the 6th. Side Kraft now. He's walked and grounded out to third.
None of those really close besides the first pitch there, so not a good sign here to start this top half of the 6th inning.
And Scales out to try to get Odom back on track after a good 5th. So hey, yeah, that happens. 4 pitches, and
good mound visit can make a difference.
Let's reset here and worry about the guy at the dish.
Most importantly, throw a strike, because it always makes the catcher look like a genius when you throw a strike immediately following
right after, especially if you've thrown
a couple away.
5 or 6 in a row, and this one misses in the same spot.
They used to always tell him right before I would leave, all right, now throw a strike. Make me look good.
Odom. This pitch not in the zone for ball 2.
If they're going to show bunt, you need to throw strikes as best you can here if they're willing to give themselves an out here with 5.
Overthrowing another one, 3-0. 7 straight balls to start the 6th for Odom.
Nobody warming up for the Redbirds. Top of the order looming.
Next pitch. There's strike number 1 to Kraft.
Wouldn't be surprised if he's taking again here. He's looking at bunt up 5.
Runner going, and we had time.
Or a balk.
Or maybe a balk.
It was a quick, didn't really come set.
And that's what the call is. Normally you let that go out, and the team gets to pick if they want to take the outcome or not. And I would have waited. If that's called a ball, I'll take the outcome and just have first and second. If you're Quoin, well, they'll get it either way, as there is ball 4. A walk and a walk to the 8 and 9 guys. The order flips to P.J. Winters, 0 for 3.
There was a book on how to attack the bottom of the order that would not be in it.
No, maybe the flip on how to what not to do to the 8 and 9 guys, but you still got opportunities. It's still in your hands here, and this one bounced in. Runner's taken off. Scales is going to try to throw down. Runner is in safe. In Vaughn, he takes the bag on ball 1. The Quoin not
Sanderson.
able to score since the first, but they are threatening here.
We're looking to score on their own here for the first time this game.
Misses outside 2-0. I guess you could say that. It's been not a ball in play yet here in this inning. I guess you could say they could manufacture a run here, but it's
Small ball. It's the getting on base and
a
stealing
walk and a
second,
walk and taking
then
some bags
stealing
here.
another base, which is what on base percentage is all about.
Yeah.
It creates a good WAR, and we have another balk.
And we got a balk again. In fact, only one stolen base there in that inning, but
It's okay. Well, pass ball though is all about getting on base.
And so now it'll be a runner at third.
And if you're DuQuoin here, you're 4 runs away from putting up 4 more here and getting 3 outs and finishing it in 6.
Well, we're not even going to bring that up.
Well, I'm just putting it from the DuQuoin perspective. We might have some DuQuoin fans listening in.
We'll get there if it comes a little closer. But that quick mound visit is sponsored by Hal Insurance. Frankfurt's got to find a way to limit this damage. They're running out of outs offensively, and they've yet to score. They've had some chances. That one hurts because you were holding your own there for a long time outside of that first inning, and now that they've broke through again, their first run since the first, feels like that deficit's a lot bigger than what it was. What you're trying to battle back from. And Odom misses again, 3-0.
Yeah, he's nowhere close right now.
Got to find a way to get competitive again here out there on the mound because he looked really good first inning of work. Just losing it, not be able to get back. There's a swing on 3-0. Shoop's got to come in on it. He will get there on the dive. Runner coming home. Runner will score. It's a sacrifice fly. 7-0 on the 3-0 count. And Winters gets the sacrifice, and now we'll see DeMarie.
He wants that RBI. He doesn't want that on base percentage.
And sometimes that's
It's
the
okay.
right thing to get.
It's okay. Sometimes that's right. Exactly. In that circumstance, either or would have been fine.
6-0. You
can never complain about getting on base.
You're 6-0. You'd like another run there. You get it as quick as you can. Chopped foul. I don't know why they're swinging the bat. Is what I don't get. 3-0. A guy that can't locate. Yeah. Somehow Frankfurt probably makes that trade. The guy at third's probably going to score either way, with no outs. Odds say that he will score. So go ahead, yeah, he'll score, but you take the out on a ball that was put in play on a 3-0 count when your pitcher's struggling to find it. Somehow I think Frankfurt takes that trade there.
Oh, absolutely.
This one misses up above the head. Count now 1-1. To DeMarie, who has doubled and popped out to second twice. If you want to put that Matt Carpenter shift on, shift guys over. Instead, he smokes this one out to left. Patterson going back, looking up. This ball is gone for DeMarie out to left. Solo shot for the DuQuoin number 2 hitter. And that one off the bat, Paxton, looked like a pretty good shot at leaving the yard, and it does. It's 8-0 Indians.
Yeah, that was an absolute shot. He's shown power at both sides of the field today. His first at bat, he hit a double opposite field, and now he hits one over here. And a really good job here by the 2 hitter. And now it's an 8-run lead for DuQuoin. Yeah, he smoked that. That was a nice shot. Only thing that would have made it cooler if he would have hit the scoreboard. That would have been cool.
Yeah, then we could have got a new scoreboard.
Yeah.
Knocked a couple bulbs loose or something, and give us a reason to get a nice brand new one. I would like it shifted over a little bit,
Yeah, big old jumbotron.
Strictly down the left field line. I'd like it maybe shifted where we got that
30-foot jumbotron.
What?
Get a 30-foot like scoreboard like they have now. Oh, he's not happy.
Yeah, he fouled it off.
Hit the bat pretty hard. Bat didn't do anything wrong.
Got a piece of bat, got a piece of him off the contact there.
Those don't feel good, though. They don't. I will be the first to say that, especially on a cold day like today.
Especially today, you're right. As that's Waller, who's had some frustration all game. We'll say he's pitched a good game, though.
He's pitched a fine game. And he's pitched good. Yeah. We'll see what happens now though with that foot there. It's probably his landing foot, according to my calculations. If I'm looking at him correctly with the way it would traject with him on the mound.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
we'll have to see how hitting his leg there will affect him on the mound. He's gonna be feeling that for a few innings. Probably be feeling it tomorrow too.
and he seems like a gamer. He seems like he wants the ball regardless. He wants to stay in the game.
He told me he was before the game started, in his own words.
Nice
He said,
scoop from
I'm a
Paxton
gamer,
going down
Paxton.
there. He's a gamer.
It's good to hear.
It's a good scoop, Paxton.
I'm full of them. I actually used to scoop a lot of ice cream in San Francisco at Swenson's Ice Cream.
Different scoops, but
The last standing Swenson's in America. You heard it here.
all right, I'll take your word for it.
It is. It is.
Counts 1-1 to Camden Waller,
Mm.
and he gets hit by the pitch. And it's not been his favorite day at the plate, but he'll take the bag.
Uh-oh. Got a little hostility brewing here.
Waller's hit by the pitch. He trots down to first. Now it's Anders. Odom's pitch.
Did he swing is what he's asking.
He definitely did not swing. He keeps saying it hit him. Obviously, it hit him, but if it's a swing, it doesn't matter if it hit him. Tildump has had a couple of issues with the appeal down today.
Yeah,
He didn't swing, but
He did.
uh,
Well, for a minute there, I thought he was getting kicked out. Not gonna lie.
I thought the point was at Odom. Odom will be finished on the mound today. It looks like he's going back to first base. As Anders was hit by the pitch. And now we can get into the talk of Quoin potentially getting up to that 10-run mark. So we have
I told you I was
crept
smelling
that
it
way.
earlier.
But maybe don't bring it up till 8. You can't speak things into existence. I know you're good at that.
I did speak the foul ball offer thing into existence.
Well, you haven't just yet. We've missed it a couple
but that
times
was the
today.
closest we've been.
The second one might have been a little closer. I'm
yeah,
not
honestly,
sure.
it might have.
But Frankfurt's mound visit and change on the mound will be Jace Bennett coming in, another guy, one of them utility guys. He can play wherever, and he's being asked to come in relief and try to get this thing through to the 6th and keep it at 8. With DuQuoin and first time seeing DuQuoin this year. Your thoughts on a team that's really been rolling this year?
Yeah, I haven't. I mean, their bats minus that home run haven't really been there today, but it is a cold day, so that could be a reason. And but a good team will always find ways to win a game, even if your bats aren't there. Garrett. So it's just figure out what you got to do as a team. And a good team, obviously they're 16-1 for a reason. You don't just walk into 16 wins. So it's all about how you win. Every game's going to be different. Every game will be played differently. So good teams will find ways every night. And tonight, they were able to find a way to score 5 runs in the first without manufacturing it on their own.
So Jace Bennett, he'll come in relief. Frankfurt's third pitcher of the day, and pitching all hasn't been that terrible. You had the first inning, or the defense kind of let Patterson down. Odom looked good his first inning, second inning just didn't have it, and that's going to happen. You have those outings where you go out there and you just nothing seems to go your way, and it didn't there. Pitching this year hasn't been Frankfurt's downfall. It's not. Their offense has been streaky. Like today, you can't win if you score 0 runs. Even with how the defense has been today, you have to score to win. You have to score at least 1 to have a shot.
Well, and Frankfurt's biggest Achilles is their defense this year. I mean, you can win games by playing small ball in high school for sure, but when you're giving up 500 runs in the first inning, you're not going to win many games at all. So
here's Eli Manor. 2 on, 1 down. Bennett, first pitch, strike 1 call. Good way to start out of relief. Get that first one out of the way. I know sometimes you come in with some guys on base, a little bit of added pressure. Some guys like it. I don't understand that. That's kind of crazy. Those inherited runners. But Bennett with the first pitch strike. This one rolled over towards the hole. Mitten fields. And no play anywhere. Bases are loaded.
And that's baseball for you. His last at bat, he smoked that ball to center field, and this time he hits the ball not even nearly as hard as he did his last time, and he gets a hit this time. So, like when we jinxed earlier, folks, Garrett still owes me a drink because of that, but like we said, that's baseball.
Wear a Cardinal jersey on Monday. I'll buy you.
I'll be wearing my Mike Schilt jersey.
Huh?
I'll make sure everybody in our section knows.
It's not a Cardinal jersey. Popped up.
It says Cardinals on it, or it's on the bat.
Back, out, and shoot. Will come home on the fly out. Scales knocks it down. It's about thrown right into the head of Bennett.
You had to know if somebody was going to cut it off there or not.
But nice fly out and on the first pitch to get Cooper Rice.
Just what the doctor ordered.
So now Bennett can still get out of this unscathed. He came in inheriting 2 runners, and they've shifted to second and third. So he's given up a single and now a fly out. Here's Diedrich Melvin, and he watches strike 1.
Plays a good outfield. Very good outfield.
Yeah, he's had some nice plays on the run today.
Oh, yeah.
It looked like
me back in my heyday.
Well, I know a couple teams, Frankfurt plays. You feel good about balls hit over there, and at least on a couple, 1 or 2 of them. But with him out there, you almost expect it just to be caught.
Canicorn.
Counts 1-1 on Melvin, Quoin's 7 hitter. And this one's outside, 2-1.
He walked his last at bat, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be. Or his second at bat, one or the other. I remember correct.
There you go. Got our statistician helping
What can
you
I
out.
say?
Should
We got it all.
Should I say me? No.
But they don't know to hurt. I have my own personal statistician that walks around with me. Tells me the odds all the time.
Be the guy sitting to your left. 3-1 the count. Bennett's got to throw a strike here.
Well, you'd like him to throw one, yes.
Yes. Needed. Instead, it's up and in. Ball 4. It's 9-0. The walk will bring in a run.
Redbirds hoping they can keep it at 9 here. Quoin wanting to keep it coming on here with the runs.
Yeah, I mean, if they get one here, they can have it 10-run lead. They can try to end this an inning early.
Yeah. And go home on a Friday night.
Ball up and outside. Ball 1.
Go to the cozy table and celebrate their win, Quoin. Oh, no, that's a corner pocket. My apologies.
Same thing. I've heard about
Quincy
that.
would be very disappointed in me, right? Corner pocket's actually very good. They have very good Bosco sticks.
Ball up. 2-0 the count. Bennett needing to find a way back in this to keep this thing going past the 6th. If not, Frankfurt will need to score. Next pitch, way up 3-0.
You know, it's tough anytime you have to come in a game like today. With it being chilly and stuff, it's always going to be hard to be a relief pitcher trying to find your grip. Where to put him, though.
3-0 to Vaughn. From Bennett, on the way. He spikes it for ball 4. Now Kraft comes into bat. Still bases loaded.
Not related to the Whole Foods.
Nope, that'd be with K.
Yep.
Psycraft with a C.
That's why I said he's not related.
Could be one way or the other.
Be pretty
Coincidental,
nice. Be
similar
pretty
last
nice.
names.
Maybe they don't want. Maybe they don't want all that. The press. I
Called
don't blame
strike
'em.
one to Kraft.
Yeah, we'll just make that a C. Okay. That sounds good.
Next pitch. Misses for ball one. 1-1. Kraft has walked twice and grounded out to third. Jason Bennett's got about 10 layers on. He's going to take a couple of them off.
Gotta be crazy to be doing that. I get it though, because he's pitching, but oof,
Got a
taking
shirt.
all those layers off and putting that jersey on, it's gonna be freezing. But yeah, no, I can't imagine. He looked like he had a couple layers on there. Trying to pitch in that would definitely
I
not
don't
be
know how
fun.
pitching in a hoodie would be, but
It would feel a little, but he had a couple layers on there. His arms are gonna feel very, very loose now, though. It's gonna feel like it's gonna feel as free as a bird, as
you
they
feel
would
like
say.
you feel like you're gonna look like Randy Johnson out there now. Here we go.
Heads up, birds.
Yeah,
He's a photographer now.
yes, that's right. As is Ken Griffey Jr. I
Yes.
saw him
Super Bowl. That's a shot.
slapped out to left. Patterson on the run, can't get to it. One in. Here comes a second. Patterson trying to get it in. It's going to be a 2-run double for Cy Kraft.
And the bats are alive now for Quoin.
Back to the top in P.J. Winters. Winters comes in 0 for 3. One guy that hasn't got it going, so we'll see if he does something here. Does have a sacrifice fly on a 3-0 count, but other than that, he struck out a couple times and grounded out to the pitcher. Runners at second and third, and this gets away. Runner coming home.
It's now 13-0. Lucky number 13. Won by Matt Carpenter, the Salsa King himself.
He's back on the IL, right?
Yeah, that's what happens when you're 37 years old and still trying to play the game.
Still making salsa all hours of the day. It happens.
Selling them for $30 a box set.
And they quit doing that, right?
Well, I'd say they're probably selling them again.
It was at Schnucks.
Yeah, but I said they're selling them at Ballpark Village, I would say. We'll find out, though, Monday.
We'll go check it out.
Yeah, heck yeah, we will. Bryce Harper comes to town.
And a whole lot of other good players. They got a good
Josh
team.
Schwarber, Nicholas
Good-
Castellanos,
Nice. It's a good lineup there.
Alec Bohm.
Paxton just continues to name Philadelphia Phillies here in the top of the sixth.
They're a good team, like you said. Trey Turner, I forgot about the leadoff hitter.
Ball 4.
That's what he does a lot right there, is walk. Uses his speed. He's another big on base percentage guy. But his WAR is pretty good. Wins above replacement. Just Garrett's favorite stat.
I'm not saying it doesn't have value. I think it's
What do you think?
I think it's relied upon a little too much nowadays.
It definitely is. I would agree. It's working on me though, because that's what I look at now a lot.
Yeah, no,
But I will say this though, I have learned that if somebody with wins above replacement, usually it's good players who have good wins above replacement. So you can really project if somebody's going to help your team or not just by looking at that.
right. Yeah, it's hard to find a guy that is bad that has a good one, and vice versa.
Right.
Runners at the corners. 13-0 Quoin. This pitch misses outside.
Hit a home run earlier today in a double the opposite way. The triple and a single shy of the cycle.
the easiest and the hardest.
Yep,
Maybe not in this ballpark. Home run might be a little tougher than a triple here.
that's true.
Popped up, scales, gives it a look. It's foul, out of play, just to the right of us.
He's already shown opposite field power, so I mean, if you can pull it down, or not pull it, but hit it down the opposite way line, he could walk his way into a triple with his speed.
They're way off the line out and right. That being shoot. And now we've got the lights have kicked on here.
Oh, nice.
Here in the sixth. Bennett trying to get that final out and let Frankfurt try to do something offensively here in the sixth. Pitch off speed, low, runner's taking second. Two and on the way for Bennett. This one scoots away from Scales. Runners have to hold. Frankfurt probably wish they come home.
Yeah.
Toss it home, tag him out. Instead, it's 3-1.
Come on now. Come on. That sounded like Drew Carey there. Need to be careful. It's not who I want to sound like. Price is wrong.
Careful. You don't get me copyright here. Next one from Bennett.
Oh, that's
Slapped
a shot.
Out towards the gap. And
Go three.
Bounces. He's just now at first.
Go
Paxton. The play's going to be at second. He'll trot in there. A couple
what
of
are you
runs are
doing?
in. 15-0.
What is he thinking out there?
It has been an outpour here in the sixth. An 8-run sixth and a 5-run first.
So
Gives DuQuoin their 15.
would an outpour be more than a downpour? Or is a downpour more than an outpour?
This is probably a downpour.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify.
Outpour in the first, downpour here in the sixth. How's that?
And more than a chunk full of runs here this inning. Because we clarified that chunk means 2.
So now, Frankfurt turns to Eric Duncan. Try to get that final out here in the sixth. Frankfurt trailing at 15 zip. And it's been 2 innings. Other than that, second, third, fourth, and fifth from Frankfurt on a
Good
defensive
baseball.
standpoint and a pitching standpoint have looked really good. You know, touch a little bit on it. What we saw for Patterson and Odom, first inning, but like you said, it was good to watch. It was fun to watch. It's competitive baseball. Just unfortunate that these first and sixth innings have come and taken Frankfurt out of this ball game.
Yeah, no, Patterson did a great job on the mound and threw a lot of strikes. 5 runs were given up while he pitched, and none of them were because of him. So he did everything he could for the squad. And Odom did well in that first inning, but maybe you saw just the cold weather and him having to sit down through a half inning got to him, and he wasn't able to find a strike zone in the second inning of work. Had a little temper flare there with who's about to come up here as he got hit by the pitch, and a little brouhaha as they were walking to first base. Not much of a brouhaha, more like housewives, a little talking with nothing, nothing behind it.
NBA.
Yes,
NBA
yes,
there.
the hold me back type of talk, you know.
But they let go, and I don't know what to do.
Oh,
Yeah, but
I'll hold myself back.
It was probably both frustration on both sides. Odom was wanting to throw strikes. Waller's been frustrated the entire game.
Well, and mind you, that same at bat, he hit one off of his shin. So
Right,
and it's cold.
Yeah, and he's gotten some calls not go his way, in his opinion, in his mind on the mound, and that first at bat where he tossed the bat 2 or 3 different times, and that's who's up now. Though he's got a couple of guys out there. First pitch, ground ball, fielded, firing to first for the out. So Waller will ground out. He slams the helmet down with his team leading 15-0. We're going to the bottom of the sixth here at Bill McKee Field in West Frankfort.
Experience a taste of Mexico at La Fiesta Mexican Restaurant. We have the best food and drinks for the whole family to enjoy. See you tomorrow, amigos. Hal Insurance is a proud sponsor of Redbird Athletics. Serving West Frankfort since 1925, we provide auto, home, business, life, and health insurance. Hal Insurance partners with Auto Owners Insurance Company to handle insurance the right way, the human way. Call Ryan, Jessica, or Susan Patton at 937 4000.
All right, we head to the bottom of the sixth, and to keep this thing going, Frankfurt will need to put up 6 runs, Paxton.
Yeah, that's more than they've scored this whole game, so it's definitely not going to be an easy task. They've had their opportunities.
And back out there will be Camden Waller, looking for a complete game shutout, even though it'd be an inning short of a regulation game, but still goes down as a complete game shutout. If he can finish this off here, Frankfurt looks to get something on the board at a minimum before moving on. We say next week, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So 4 games next week. And
Nice, you owe me
now
2.
you owe,
No. I called it before you did. That's how.
Hey.
It's just like when you call shotgun. You see it before anybody else.
All right, we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see how it goes. But
we'll let the folks at home know next week if I got my Coke or not at Bush Stadium.
We'll let them know Tuesday.
Yep.
If you got 1, 2, or 0. Ball is below the zone, off speed. Ball what?
Philadelphia wins, and I'll be happy.
See, that's where the problem comes into play here. 2-0. Swaller's trying to go off speed. Mitten, then Patterson and Scales. There should be strike 1, and it is. Pitt steps in. He is 0 for 2. He did reach on fielding error. And he pops this one up over towards second. Under for the catch is Kraft. 1 down. Chase Patterson now comes up. He is 1 for 1 and has walked. Patterson takes out of zone, ball 1. Yep, back Tuesday with Frankfurt baseball against Anna Jonesboro before Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. There's a called strike. Thursday against Harrisburg before Friday against Pinckneyville, and Saturday with JV against Chester. Count now 1 and 2 on Patterson. And he swings and misses for out number 2. It'll be Will Scales coming to the dish. 2 outs, nobody on base. Scales, strikeout and a line out to left. There's strike 1. Next one. Foul back, and Frankfurt's down to their final strike. Trailing 15-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. Next pitch. Outside. Ball 1. The Indians wanted it, but they didn't get it.
They wanted it quite a bit tonight.
Next one. Slapped out towards left. It is foul. It's down the line for Scales. He's hit a couple of balls hard and has nothing to show for. This one just foul by a few feet. The last one went in to the glove of Melvin out and left. Scales back in the box. Waller gets a sign, comes to the plate. This one is outside, ball two.
That one was more out than the last one they were running off for. There they go.
And swing and a miss. That will wrap things up. 15-0. Quoin gets the win. We'll hear from sponsors. We'll conclude our broadcast here. Quoin wins at 15-0 over West Frankfort.
Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies knows Southern Illinois. Located in West Frankfort, they're your Milwaukee superstore with over 8,000 square feet. Wallace Tools has the largest selection of Milwaukee within a 2-hour radius. Find power tools such as drills, saws, lights, shop vacs, and more with pricing lower than you'll find anywhere else. Wallace Industrial in West Frankfort.
IBI Management manages over 2.5 million square feet of industrial storage, warehousing, and office space in Tennessee, Indianapolis, Ohio, Illinois, and South Carolina with 64 tenants. Please feel free to contact us for any management needed for your property. Feel free to reach out with any questions to Bobby and Iris Kazadi.
With an award-winning body shop right here in West Frankfort, Illinois, Wicks is your hometown Chevrolet, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram dealer. Come out and visit us in person or online at gregweeks.com. Your hometown dealership right on the price, right off I-57.
Kids Corral Incorporated, celebrating 25 years serving the children and families of Southern Illinois. Owned and operated by Gina King and Kristen Cass. Kids Corral in West Frankfort.
Redbirds Live, brought to you by the partners of Sam C. Mitchell and Associates, including former West Frankfort High School dual sport standout Lance Brown and fellow West Frankfort alumni and veteran Matthew Caraway. The law firm of Sam C. Mitchell and Associates are proud members of the West Frankfort community and proud servants of all of Southern Illinois.
Ask Melissa Walden about Shelter's auto, home, and life options. Call or text at 618-937-2092. Melissa Walden, Shelter Insurance in West Frankfort.
Contact Power Wash Plus for a free quote on all your residential or commercial pressure washing needs. Professionally operated and fully insured. Call Power Wash Plus at 618-663-2505 for more information. That's Power Wash Plus at 618-663-2505.
Hal Insurance is a proud sponsor of Redbird Athletics. Serving West Frankfort since 1925, we provide auto, home, business, life, and health insurance. Hal Insurance partners with Auto Owners Insurance Company to handle insurance the right way, the human way. Call Ryan, Jessica, or Susan Patton at 937-4000. Experience a taste of Mexico at La Fiesta Mexican Restaurant. We have the best food and drinks for the whole family to enjoy. See you tomorrow, amigos.
The city of West Frankfort is proud to support the students of Frankfort Community High School. The future is in the youth of our community. Go Redbirds.
McDonald's, family owned and operated. Moreland McDonald's has 21 locations to serve you.
People's National Bank has been serving the communities of Southern Illinois since 1909. We believe that great customer service along with a wide variety of products will meet all of your banking needs. Come in and check us out today. People's National Bank, member FDIC. The West Frankfort Aquatic and Activity Center are proud partners of Redbirds Live. Come check out our heated indoor swimming pool, fitness center, and basketball gym. Stop by for a visit, or you can contact us at 618 937 1665.
Final score 15-0 Quoin. Big first inning with 5 runs. Big sixth inning uh, with 10 more to give them the 15-0 win. And let's get you the quick box score. That's brought to you by the city of West Frankfort. We'll begin with Quoin. A lot going on. Winters, 1 run scored, 1 run driven in. He walked once. DeMarie, 2 runs, 3 hits, 3 runs driven in, including 2 doubles and a home run. Waller, a couple of runs scored and a walk. Anders with 1 run scored. Maynard, 2 runs, 1 hit, 1 walk. Rice with a run, a hit, and an RBI. Melvin, 1 run, 3 runs driven in, and 2 walks. Vaughn, 2 runs, 1 hit, 1 RBI, and 3 walks. Kraft with 2 runs, 1 hit being a double, and 3 runs driven in, along with 2 walks for him in the 9 spot. Pitching, Waller, he went 6 innings, 3 hits, a scoreless baseball, 5 Ks, and 1 walk. For Frankfort, uh, not a whole lot of offense. Patterson was able to get a hit. Should have been a double. Was held up at first with a runner in front of him, and also walked once. Then Shoop with a nice base hit, and Sneathen with a hit. And those were back to back, and Frankfort couldn't get anything going after that to lead off the inning. A couple hits from their 7 and 8 guys in Shoop and Sneathen. Pitching, Patterson. He went 4 innings, gave up 2 hits, 5 runs, none earned, 3 strikeouts, and walked 5. Then Frankfort went to Ethan Odom. Went inning and a third, 2 hits, 5 runs, all earned, no Ks, 2 walks. Then Jace Bennett came in, just got a third of an inning pitched, 3 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned. He walked 3, and then Duncan came in, and he was able to get the one guy he faced to get Frankfort through that 6th inning. That's your box score, brought to you by the city of West Frankfort. And we appreciate you guys tuning in here in our post-game coverage. That's brought to you, as always, by IBI Management here in our IBI Management post-game show. 15-0 thoughts on this ball game is really the 2 innings, the outpour in the first and the downpour in the 6th, as we say.
Yeah, no, I think if you take away those innings, the second inning to the 5th inning, that was great baseball, both sides. A lot of good defense. The Redbirds struggled offensively. You'll have that. They had some opportunities. They just couldn't come up with that big hit. But anytime you're giving up 15 runs, you're not going to win many games anyways. Especially, the whole game changes in that first inning when you give up 5 unearned runs. Chase Patterson had himself a game again. He seems to me like he's always having himself a good all-around game, and he pitched well enough. He did everything he could. Just didn't have the defense behind him that he needed. But other than that, their pitchers threw strikes as well as they could, and just got to clean it up.
Let's give out a player of the game. Brought to you by Melissa Wald Shelter Insurance. Obvious goes without question. We're going to go with Chase Patterson here today. Along with he pitched well, all unearned. He also his 3 times to the plate he got on twice, and Frankfort had issues getting on base. But the one ball, it should have been an extra base hit, and also able to draw a walk. So
well, and he made some good plays in the outfield too when he got put out in the outfield after pitching. So he did a good job all the way around.
So Chase Patterson, he's your Melissa Walton Shelter Insurance Player of the Game. We are back next week with 4 broadcasts, so you get to tune back in next week, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Those Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday games, 4:15 pregame coverage, 4:30 first pitch, and then Saturday, 10:45 pregame coverage with an 11 o'clock first pitch with the junior varsity on that Saturday. Alongside Paxton, I'm Garrett. We thank you guys for tuning in. We will see you next week here on Redbirds Live.